Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing for you the new Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. So I decided to purchase a ton of Wet n Wild products from their website, and I wanted to try them out on camera for you. I purchased the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Soft Beige. It is described as a light, medium, warm foundation, and it did match me pretty well, as you can see. So I'm going to swatch it for you on my hand right here, just so you can get an idea of what the color is like if you're looking for the shade for you. That is it right there. It kind of blends in with my hand a little bit because it was a good match. I also got the Wet n Wild pressed powder in the shade Neutral Buff. Now this, I have to say, was a miss. I mean, you swirl it on your finger and barely anything shows up. It's not a very, it has little to no coverage on this. I use this as a setting powder, which is what I would recommend, but it's not the best setting powder out there right now. And then I tried the Photo Focus Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Ivory. Now this I liked. It was super blendable, but it did not have, the coverage was okay. I could still see some of my dark circles peeping through this concealer. Now this was the game changer for me. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Highlight in Who's That Pearl. I actually picked this one up at my Walgreens, and this is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Love this highlight. I'm going to see if I can get it for you right there. There's the highlight right there. This is beautiful. Absolutely loved this. And then I also picked up the highlighter Boozy Brunch. Because I've heard great things about this highlighter right here. This was more of a golden highlight, which I wasn't really expecting. It is very pretty, but it's more on the golden side, if you can see it right there. So I am wearing all of those products on my face right now. I even put some of these products on my eyes. I did also use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette for my bronzer today. However, the fallout in this is absolutely crazy. I've had this for a while. I really wouldn't recommend it if you don't want to make a mess, because this is extremely messy. These are all affordable products. Let me tell you what they cost. The foundation was $5.99, the concealer was $3.99, the pressed powder was $4.99, and the Boozy Brunch highlight was $5.99. I don't remember, I have to look it up for you, how much the Wet n Wild cushion was. I want to say this was also around $5.99 as well, because I didn't purchase this one online. I purchased this one in Walgreens, and I wasn't really looking at the price. I just saw it and was like, yes, let's go. So in this video, I'm going to be applying all of these products to my face, and then I'm going to be giving you some updates throughout the day to let you know how it wears. Let me tell you what type of skin I have. I am acne prone, I have large pores, and I have combination skin. I mostly get oily in my T-zone, and I'm very dry around my eyes. The whole new marketing theme for these items are that they are tested under 7 light conditions, and there's supposed to be no photo flashback. I did take a picture with the flash on my phone, and there was no flashback. My oiliness did show up though, so that was not flattering, but I did try it out with the flash and there is no flashback. I hope this video is helpful. I know a lot of people have been reviewing this foundation and I just decided since I wanted to try it out, I might as well do a review for you as well. I will give you a spoiler alert. This is probably my favorite out of the whole line so far. Anyway, let's get into the video. Just keep on watching. Okay guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face. I would not use a primer, but I don't know, my skin is so, I have a lot of like imperfections and large pores, so I just want to go in with a primer for that. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I use this on like an everyday basis, so I know that this isn't going to mess with the foundation in any way. And I'm just going to put this right where my large pores are, which is just right here. And a little bit on my forehead. And that's it. So the first Wet n Wild product I'm going to try out for you is the Photo Focus Foundation. I ordered the shade Soft Beige. I ordered this from the Wet n Wild website. And I hope it matches because I was having a really hard time choose my shade and I couldn't find these in my Walgreens, so fingers crossed. Anyway, if you haven't heard about this new foundation, it's supposed to help eliminate white particle reflection, so like no flashbacks, and it was tested under a bunch of different lights to make sure that there's no flashback with any type of cameras. This soft beige is described as a light medium. So the packaging is a very nice glass bottle. I like it. And then you screw off the top and it's got a plastic applicator. And I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand so you can see the consistency. There it is right there. Not too thick, it feels very lightweight. I'm not going to directly put this on my face for sanitary reasons. I'm just going to dab it all over. Oh wow, that actually looks like it's an okay match for me. I haven't seen many people use a brush to apply this, so I'm going to use the Sigma Flat Kabuki F80, and I'm just gonna buff this in. I see a lot of people using the Beauty Blender when they're reviewing this, which I totally get, but I wanted to try something different. So first impressions, I like it. I think it blended out really well with the brush. Let me take a look. It's definitely I would say a medium coverage. I still see some red spots peeking through from some of my blemishes, so I'm just going to go in with my finger and just lightly tap on some more product over those areas. I don't think it looks cakey at all. I think it blended into the skin really nicely. And I'm surprised that I actually picked a good match. I thought that this, I mean, I've never had such a hard time picking out a shade of foundation, but I'm actually pretty happy with this match. It actually came out really good. So next I'm going to try out the concealer. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. Tested under 7 light conditions again, and I got the shade Light Ivory. Again, another really nice packaged product. Just like a regular doe foot applicator there, and I'm not gonna go too crazy because sometimes my under eye can get a little dry and cakey, especially in the winter time. So just gonna go right there. And this time I am going to go in with a wet beauty sponge, beauty blender. I don't know if this is actually the beauty blender or not because I got like a dupe on Amazon that I really like, and I honestly can't tell the difference. So I don't know if this is actually my beauty blender that I'm using or the dupe on Amazon, which I guess is a good sign, right? I don't feel like this is full coverage. I'm going to try and I still see some dark circles. I'm going to try and pat it on with my trusty finger this time. I do really like the consistency of it. It's not as full coverage as I would like. I still see some dark circles. What is this hair doing right here? Before I set everything, I want to use the highlighter cushion that I got. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Highlight Illuminator, and this is in Who's That Pearl. And because it's a cream highlighter, I wanted to put this on before I set the rest of my face, because you know what they say, you put on the cream products first and then the powder. So this has a twist off cap and a little sponge. I don't know if I'm gonna use this, it feels kind of dense. And then I'm going to take this off, and there's the product right there. So again, I think I'm going to tap my beauty sponge in this and put it right, ooh. Just so happens I have a zit right here, so I don't want to make it any more noticeable with the highlight, but holy cow, I just want to bathe in this stuff, for real. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I can definitely see it, I don't know if you can on camera, but let me swatch it for you right here. I hope you can see that on my hand. But absolutely gorgeous. Beaming. Absolutely beaming. Okay, now that I've bathed myself in highlight, I am going to set the rest of my face with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder. And I got the shade Neutral Buff. Again, this says it was tested under 7 different light conditions. I'm going to take my Morphe E3 and I'm going to set my eye, my under eye, my T-zone. I mean, I really don't think I'm picking up any product. So I guess this is like a lightweight powder, definitely more of a setting powder. I don't think it gave off much product. Yeah. It definitely did set my face though. Definitely set my face. Going to go in with a contour palette from Wet n Wild. and just, whoa, give myself some definition. The fallout on this is real. I'm also going to use this contour shade to add a little definition to my eyes, since I'm not really going to actually do a full eye look today, just something more casual. Now that I gave my eyes some definition, I'm going to, this bronzer went everywhere. Holy cow. Now I remember why I don't use that contour palette. Okay, so I got another highlighter by Wet n Wild, and this is in Boozy Brunch, yeah. This is the shimmer palette. This is what it looks like. I'm just gonna put this on top of the liquid highlight that I put on before. Wow. I am impressed. The combo of these two definitely give off a nice gleaming highlight. I'm actually going to use this to I'm actually also going to use this on the lid of my eyes. So this highlight is actually coming off a little more gold, I want to say, and that's very different from what I usually go for. I usually go for like a pinky pearly type highlight, like definitely this cream contour. Definitely this cream highlight. Who's That Pearl? This definitely was more my shade for highlight that I usually gravitate towards. This is more of a gold, and you can tell a lot more when I put it on the lid. But I still like the combination of the two highlights together. It gave a really nice glow. I thought I had a Wet n Wild blush, but I can't find it anywhere, so we're just going to keep moving on. I was trying to do a full Wet n Wild face, but I can't find their blush. I thought I had Mellow Wine somewhere, but I guess not. I'm just going to use Milani's Romantic Rose. And some L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. And I haven't been putting anything on my bottom lashes just because I feel like it makes my eyes look more open and awake. So I've been leaving my bottom lashes without mascara recently. But I'm gonna fill in my brows a little bit and put on a lip product. And there we go. This is actually a Wet n Wild metallic shade that I have on my lips. It's the metallic liquid lipstick in Peony Express. I really love it. I definitely think this is a great like springtime pinky color. I think I might even use this in my Valentine's Day look. I think this would be perfect for a Valentine's Day look. It's like that sparkly romantic pink. So here's a close-up of my face right now. Trying out the Wet n Wild foundation, concealer, highlighter. I even have a Wet n Wild contour, bronze contour palette. This was from the palette Caramel Toffee. And we're just going to see how this wears throughout the day. It is currently 11:07 right now. And I was planning on going somewhere, but it's snowing pretty badly right now. So I think I'm just gonna chill out at home and do some cleaning and organizing and stuff, and I'll be back to check in and see how this face is doing. Hi guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on the Wet n Wild foundation. It is currently $2.49. So it's been on for a few hours, and I've just been like lounging around the house, cleaning and getting rid of some clothes and organizing some things. So let's take a look and see. I am getting oily, like, I'm not looking where the highlighter is, I'm looking on my nose and around my nose. Right here, I feel like my nose is oily, and a little bit on my forehead there's some shine. Some of it came off on my chin. And I feel like I can see my pimples poking through. I have 2 pimples on this side, and I feel like they're a little bit noticeable. So I don't think the coverage lasted very long. But overall, I like the way it looks on my skin. It doesn't look like cakey or anything. Let me zoom you guys in. Let's see if you can see from before a difference. So I just feel like I'm shiny in my nose area is where most of my shine is right now, and my forehead. So, but overall, I think I'm pretty happy with it. I wish that it would have covered my pimples up a little bit longer, because I'd like to have that trust in a foundation. I trust that you'll keep my pimples concealed all day long. You know what I mean? So I am going to go into work for a few hours, and then I'll probably pop back in around dinner time or so to see how it's holding up. Hey guys, I am back. It is currently 6:49. And I just got home and I am making some dinner, and I just wanted to give my last check-in with you guys, because usually when I get home from work is when I take off all my makeup and I just relax. So let's give an update. I am definitely really oily and greasy in my usual areas, forehead, nose, and now it's starting to go into my T-zone. It did wear off on the chin, like I said before. I actually think the coverage of the pimples got a little better. I don't know how that's possible. My pimples kind of look, I have 2 pimples right here. They kind of look less noticeable now. It almost looks like they kind of shrunk a little bit. I don't know how that happened. And it wore off on the tip of my nose too. These are pretty common areas because I like touch these areas a lot. So I'm not surprised about that. The highlight still looks great. And the foundation doesn't look that bad either. I mean, I do have a lot of pores, so it does kind of accentuate that over time. But my forehead looks good. It didn't really sink into my wrinkles on my forehead. Overall, I would have to say that I give this foundation a thumbs up. I definitely like it. It was a good match for me, and I feel like it did last all day. I think just for next time I would use a more mattifying primer, or maybe a mattifying foundation like setting spray, or a more mattifying pressed powder, something to help mattify me because I do get oily. That's just the type of skin I have. And so to kind of prevent all this oil, I would probably try to use something to counteract with that to kind of help this foundation control the oil on my face. But I definitely recommend this foundation. It is really affordable. I got mine on the Wet n Wild website. I would definitely check it out. I hope this video was helpful, and yeah, try it out for yourself. Everybody's different, so you know, I've been hearing a lot of great things about it, and I have to agree that I think for the price, it's a great foundation. Let me know if you have tried it out down below, and leave any comments for me or any questions you have about any of the products that I used. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe so that you can see more videos from me. Thanks, guys.